What's up, everyone? How's it going? Eric Notowski here. It's been a crappy day. It's been a crappy week. So I'm really far behind on work, and unfortunately, I'm going to have to cancel Fan Friday for today. But I want to do some work, and so I'll stream some work, and we can hang out and chill instead. But due to everything going on, I did not get a lot of work done, and so I'm going to need to do some work. So I'm going to do a work stream. So let's hang out. I'll do some work, and we'll do Fan Art Friday next week. So, super apologize for that. So, in the description, you'll see, Fan Art Friday is canceled today, unfortunately. But let's hang out, and I'll do some work. So, I'll keep an eye on the chat. Hopefully, you guys still want to hang out, even though I'm not drawing free art today. We'll see. But thanks for being there. I'm going to do some work. I'm working on a trading card, which I did a stream of my flatting of my Martian card. So let me share that real quick. See what I'm doing there. And so I will finish that up with y'all. And let's see what I want to do. Let's just share the entire screen. Hey, Roscoe, thanks for stopping in, buddy. Yeah, today's just going to be a work day for me as well. But you have a good day. Thanks for checking in. Let's go trading card, share, allow. Boom. All right. Cool. So this is what I'm working on. This is the Martian trading card. It's almost done. Got a little bit more to do. So I'm going to work on that. And yeah. So I have the chat open. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Again, sorry, no Fan Art Friday today. But you can watch me do some stuff, some fun stuff here. So, now let me see. Can you guys see? I should just share the entire screen, actually, because you won't be able to see my my cursor moving and my brush moving and all that good stuff. So let me just do an entire screen share. Entire screen, sure, why not? So that should work. How's that working? There we go. You're gonna see two of me, but that's okay. At least this way you should be able to see my cursor moving. Yes, you can. All right, good deal. All right. So this is the second trading card. The first one is all done. The first one was Commander Noble. So this one I got to finish, and I got to get these cards printed, so that way by the time the books are done and in my hands, I could stick these in there. This is a stretch goal. The trading cards are a stretch goal, so I got to put them in there, get them ready. All right, so where are we at here? I got my flat layer here, but actually, I'm going to go to my ink layer. So I'm going to need to select this, modify, expand it a little bit. Let's go to, boom. Go to my color layer. I'm going to drop in this darker red, and then I'm going to add a gradient, but I am going to slice off a little bit for shadow. Grab my nice bright red, and boom! There's that. Come back in here. A little more dark in there. I like that better. So I have my flat layer. This is underneath of everything else. So this is the inks, just the inks, and I actually separated. I think I did the background in Photoshop, actually adding all that stuff, so I could turn that off and on. Took my ink lines, put them on there, and so this is a screen layer that I did. There's a screen. It kind of goes over just the black. It shows up over just the black there. So there's that. Here's the flats. That's what I did on another stream. And then I start coloring. So if I take off that, and then here are all the special effects. Got the stuff flying all around, the glow, boom, 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 boom. Oh, there's my fire reference there. Nicky Harris, what's up, man? How you doing, brother? So I'm working on this trading card today, guys. I got really far behind on my work this week, unfortunately, so working on this trading card, getting this done, and then I gotta do some Samson pages as well. Raggedy Man in the house, what's up? Hi, hi. What's going on? All right, so that's where I'm at with this right now. Just got a little bit more to do, so I'm just gonna focus on getting all this done here. So I'm gonna grab a dark gray, throw down a big old gradient. Let's do that again. Throw a little light gray on the side here. Do a bright gray here. Oops. All right. So I forgot to flat this area. So let me come over here. Minus that. Okay, that should help. Down. Just gonna brush the contours on here. Maybe redo that. It's a little too bright. I really like this brush. This brush that I'm using is this one here. Kind of has a nice, like, gradient to the end of it. So I'm going to enlarge it, and then I'm going to reduce the opacity and try this again and get a nice flowy line there. I like that. All right. Okay. Well, I'm doing all right today. To be honest, it's been a crazy week. We have a leak in our roof, so I've been messing with that. We went up there last night. Me and a friend came over, and we put down this like grease. Actually, no, it's more like tar. It's not really that grease. It's like a tarry substance, and it just kind of seals everything. And we thought that would do the trick. And I went up there this morning, and sure enough, we had some more water in our attic. In a pan. I'm collecting it in a pan. But yeah, not fun. Not fun. So I'm dealing with that. Yesterday, I was all ready to stream. I wanted to do the stream for shading the figure, and my email went down. I switched services with GoDaddy, and then I couldn't get my email back up and running, so I was on the phone with them most of the day. So it's just been a weird week. Just, you know, can't get a lot done. So anyway, that's what's up, Mickey. Who's this guy? This is Martian. This is the big baddie from Shadow Sentry. So this is going to be one of the free trading cards from the stretch goals. So everybody's going to get one of these. Cool trading card of this dude. And then also Commander Noble, which I will show you in a bit, because that card is pretty much done. I have to do the back, but you'll see the front after I get this all done. So nice cool glow going on there. So now I'm going to select the background. I'm going to darken this a bit. Let's see. So just darken that a little bit more. All right, I like that. I like that. I borrow ideas. That's a nice card, Eric. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Yeah. All right, so that I'm gonna go over here to his cape, add some more bright colors. I'm going to add yellow. Let's see. Light's shining on them there. A little smaller, 100%. And we're going to slap on the yellow. Oh, too much. Should be getting a package today, maybe from Blick. I need some more portfolio books for my Shadow Sentry pages and Samson. So I should be getting that today. We'll see. Fix that a little bit. All right. I think. Let me think here. Anything else to do to this dude? Let me throw in some more yellows. Oop, that ain't yellow. Go over here. This brush. Nope, he kept driving. All right, so this would be yellow. Reflected. This would be yellow. A little yellow over here. All right. Oh, I got to do his eyes glowing. Don't want to forget about that. Let's see here. So, screen could do it. Let's see here. Let's try. Here, let me do this. I'm going to zoom into his eyeballs. It's going to have some reflected light from his little power thing going on there. Let me fix this too. Grab that. Oop, that ain't right. There we go. Fix that there. Fix this up here. Actually, do a little. Oh, that's because it's. So if you have a screen layer over your colors, it's going to give you a different color. So I want this color. So I'm going to hide that screen. All right. And then let me get a white bright color. I'm just going to do a little reflected light here, not too much. All right. Put that back on, and then find my screen layer. So you could take your layers. These are all my different layers. You can take these. This one's just normal, so that means it's just flat. Then I'll have a. Let's see, where's my screen layer? So this screen layer will. Let me show you. It'll just cover. It covers more of the black than it does like the lighter areas, but it will cover some of it. So if I want his eyeballs glowing, I grab a red, and then I just go like that, right? Now, if it was a normal layer, and I do that, that's what happens. But I don't want that. So you do a screen layer, and then it just more so covers the black. It's a nice little screen, as long as you don't push too hard. So there we go. Some eyeball glow. Depending on how crazy you want to get. I mean, you can go real crazy. Go real crazy. So there's that, or that. What do you think? How about we go in the middle? I'm going to reduce the opacity to 50-ish. Throw a little more red on there. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Cool deal. All right. Can hide that. Don't need that. All right. So that looks pretty good. Let me save that. This is full size. So then what I'll do is pull up the small version of the card with all the fixings that I've done for the Commander Noble card, and then I will do all that for Mr. Marchion, the Lord of Darkness. But I'm going to hit this real quick, get some highlights. Check here. Yeah. Oh, wrong layer. Come over here. Spam. Make that glow a little bit. So I'm using the dodge tool, and you could hit this with anything and it'll brighten it up. Or you could darken it as well using the Dodge. Let me see, Dodge, and then these are photography, Dodge and burn. So you use this a lot when you're developing film. Actually, you could dodge a photo or you can burn it. So if you're dodging it, you're like blocking the light. If you want to burn it, actually no, burn would be darkening. Dodge, color dodge, is you're adding more light to it and brightening it. I think that's right. I took a photography class in art college. I forget a little bit, but anyway, I did get to develop photos. Got to develop some photos of my own. That was fun. All right, I'm gonna darken this. So this part of the process, I just go back through and just see where I want to throw some more stuff down. So darken that a little bit, darken that a little bit. And because my opacity is at like 50%, I could just slowly build up some darks and lights if I want. So there we go. But I think it looks good. So let me save it again. Hopefully that's the last time. All right, and then let me go over here real quick. Oh, where's my cursor? It's gone. This Bluetooth mouse disconnects on me all the time. Work. No, it doesn't want to work. Oh, there it goes. Connected. Okay. All right, let me come over here. It's me again. Hello all. Hello. Let me do it. Just give me 1 second. I'm gonna pull up my other card. No, don't update the text layers. Don't do that to me. All right. How many people are watching here? We got 4 people. All right. You guys are about to see a sneak peek. A page from Shadow Sentry. I'm going to zoom in so you're not going to see the whole thing, but you're going to get a sneak peek at Martian from the Shadow Sentry, Book 1. Are you ready? I'm going to tell you. You can close your eyes if you don't want to see it. But let's see here. You can kind of get an idea of what's going on here. You ready? In 3, in 2, in 1. Get ready. Entire screen. Here we go. Allow. Boom. Here it comes. Sneak peek at Martian from Shadow Sentry, Book 1. For your eyes only, for like 5 seconds. Did you get a good look? Good. Okay, wait, where'd he go? All right, he's going bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thank you for your service. Okay, so here is the Commander Noble trading card. This is 2 size. This is 2 size, so this is actually 2.5 by 3.5 with your bleeds. And so I'm going to slap on the artwork here. Let's see. This is, oh, it's CMYK already. Why did I do that? I guess they want it in CMYK. Otherwise, RGB looks better. Kingdom Comics is here. What's up, man? How you doing? So, all right. 350. This is at 400. So this is saved. I'm going to flatten this. Flatten it. He is flat. No more layers. And I'm going to resave him. The pinwheel. Martian trading card. It's no longer inks. It is now colors. Colors. Flat. 400. Let's go ahead and save it as a JPEG. Boom. All right. Colors look really nice for sure. Thank you, man. Nice. Someone's being choked. Yeah, someone's being choked. I don't want to show you the whole thing, but just a little bit. I know you had to touch up the colors a bit, you were saying last show. Yeah. So yesterday I worked on this and got to where I was this morning. Well, that took me all the way back to the beginning. All right, so that's not where I was this morning, but that was the flat colors there. All right, so anyway, so I got that. This is flat. So I'm going to select all, copy. I'm going to come over here to this card, and I'm going to paste. So it's really huge. Let's see here. So I'm going to go select. There we go. So if you're on your selection tool and then you hit Command 0, it'll zoom out and you can grab it. Otherwise, it won't let you grab it. So Shift and resize. Boom. Did I finish the Rip Claw? I did not. I did not finish the Rip Claw yet. He is over here waiting. He's still waiting, but he's almost there. So I did not have a chance to hit him anymore. I apologize. All right, so let me go to that. All right, so you can see already that's going to look sweet once I get the fixings on. Let me see here. Let me go in there. I could, let's see, I can go a little bit bigger. Let me see my guides. So this will be the trim up here. So I don't want to go anywhere past that. But we can go a little bigger. And then I can crop off the border so his horns are kind of sticking up in there. Let me center him a bit. Oh, go over here. And somewhere like that. That works. You can see my name. His face is somewhat centered. And then that there. So that's a little off center, but that's all right. There's a lot of open space on the left there. All right. Okay, it's been a while since I touched this. I have Elliot Fernandez's card in here apparently. Oh no, that's just his name. So this was my mock-up when I was doing the drawn and quartered trading cards. So, all right. Highborn, Hellborn. All right, so I do have Marcion's name. Oh, okay, I threw that on there. So I have all this stuff ready to go. All right, so now I just need to, let me think here. Where is, okay, so there's the artwork. I like where that's at. I like where that's at. So let me do this. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to go like that. And now I'm going to match up this guy here. So it looks like everything is up here in this Hellborn layer. So let me just drag this guy up here. I'm going to drag him up here. I'll go on top. Nope, let me go below. And then I'm going to try and match up where he is here because I like that positioning. But boom. And is he bigger or smaller? Let's see here. There we go. Somewhere around there. That looks, let me scoot him over. Something like that. It ain't perfect, but I like where that is positioned. So let's go with that. All right, I got 2 Marcions on there. I only want 1. So yeah, I think that was it. Let me see here. Oh yeah, look at that. And it's already cropped out up there. What's up, Nighthawk? So, okay, so he's a little off. He's a little off. A little off. So let me go there. Let me find my gray outline. I'm just going to erase. That was so nice of me. I kind of like I got the card already ready and I totally forgot about it. That's spam. Bye bye spam. Do. So Nighthawk, this is Marcion. This is the Lord of Darkness himself. This is the firstborn of the Hellborn. The firstborn. So yeah, this is Marcion. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my artwork here, and I'm going to go get my brush. So got an idea. Let me go a layer above. Where are we at? There you go. And I'm just going to see here. Kind of blur that a little bit. Do I like that? Here, let me take this color. I'm just kind of blur it a little bit. Not sure it's necessary. Just going with a thought there. That works fine. All right, so get rid of all my guides. You can kind of see what we're looking at here. So that would be the look of the card. Look at that. That was quick and easy. But the question is, so I have two different fonts going on here. I've got this one and I've got that one. So let me come down here to Commander Noble real quick. So because his has got two names going on, the big bad, his is a little smaller. So let me see, which one do I like more? So I think this. So this font matches the Commander Noble font, but so there's that one. So I don't really like that one as much. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this one. I'm going to mess with it. So let's scrunch it. So this will scrunch it and take everything closer together. So let's go to 0. It should scrunch it. Is it not scrunching? That's not scrunching. Oh, it's because I'm not on the layer. What the heck? All right. All right, here we go. Let's try that again. Cause this layout to change. Okay, let's go for it. Whoa, okay, wrong direction here. We want to go closer together. All right, so that was already close together. All right, so let's go -200. Boom, okay, nice and close together. You like the longer one too? Yeah, see? All right, what happens when I go like that? All right, so I still like it. I still like it like that, but I want it to be taller. So watch, I can go over here. This will make it taller. So let's go 120. Boom! Yeah. All right. Kind of like that better. Kind of like that better. Let me try something else real quick. So medium, it's on medium. I kind of like that. Huh. What do you think? Do you guys like that version or this would be like the bold? I kind of like that, but I don't love the, okay. All right, hold on. I can do this. So if I have a stroke on it, I'm going to come over here to my stroke. And instead of on the outside, I'm going to put it on the inside. Huh. Not exactly what I was thinking. All right, let me try the center. Center. All right, so that kind of works. I got my drop shadow. My drop shadow. All right, what do you think? We're getting closer here. Now let me scoot them over. Boom. What do you think? Does that work? And you know what? Let me see real quick. Commander Noble, his goes down past this. So let me see if I bring this down. Let me go a little bit longer. 30. How about that? How about that? All right. And then, so it's not going to look exactly the same as Commander Noble, obviously, but I like that. I like that. Let me see if I squish it more. Let's see what happens if I go more. That's too much. All right. Well, I think that works. Let me try something else real quick. So again, there's the thin, but then there's the bold. Kind of like the bold. Let me take this real quick, and let me go 4. So that's 5 on the stroke. Let me try 4. Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, I like that. Kingdom Comics, I can't wait to read the first issue. I know, man. I'm getting super excited. So my email was down yesterday. I'm still trying to get a definite estimate of when I can expect the books to be delivered, but and I sent out an email, and then my email went down, so I haven't really gotten a confirmation on exact time frame. But I mean, the longest it would be is 5 weeks, which would be almost the end of February. So hopefully it's not that long. Yeah, so I'm hoping, more like 3 and 4 week range, but I'm trying to find out, and when I do, I'll let everybody know. But the books went out last Wednesday to the printer, so Nikki Harris, same. It needs more attention too. Oh, you mean the book? Yeah. You want to read it too? Yes. Yeah. So anywho, so I think that's it for that. I think. What do you think? You guys like it? Will that work? Do you like the Martian font? I like it. Yeah, because if I go small, like if I did it like the same size as Noble, it wouldn't work the same. So I like that. All right, so let me save this. Bada boom. My cursor is not working yet. What the heck, man? For some reason, when I use my Wacom tablet, my mouse, my Bluetooth mouse disconnects. It's weird. It's a pain in the butt. All right, so I'm going to flatten this and save it as its own JPEG. So I got that one. All right, so this is going to be like this one. That's not working. Stop it. Gosh. Luckily, I can use my Wacom as a touchpad and do that. Oh my gosh. What the heck? Just lost the top to my pen. Okay. All right. So let's see here. So now I'm gonna do a small version so I can share it. 150. Save this as a small version. All right. That's a nice shareable size. All right. All right, give me 1 second. I gotta find this piece that fell down. Ugh. Where did it go? Where'd you go? That is really strange. I can't even find the friggin' thing. So there's a cap that goes on here, and it just totally went flying. I don't know where it went. Okay, so anywho. All right. Well, anyway, there you have it. That is Martian. So that trading card is done. Now I got to do some inking on Samson. So you guys want to hang out some more and watch me ink some Samson? How's that sound? What time is it? 11:51. All right, stop sharing my screen. Hey-o! We need more eyes on this. Yes. I need to do some more what do you call it? Streaming, more promoting on other people's streams. I do. Okay. Give me 1 second. I'm going to move my camera over and get it set up. I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Hello again. Good question, Nikki. No, I didn't do it deliberately. Just the way it came out. I wish I was that smart to do that. Think of that stuff. Hell yeah, do some inking. Will do. Eric, when is the book coming out? So the book is at the printers. I haven't got a definite time frame as to when it'll be printed and in my hands. Tops, it'll be 5 weeks from last Wednesday, so it puts us about the end of February, which is longer than I had hoped. I was hoping to get the books by the beginning of February and then have everything shipped out before March. But if I don't get the books till the end of February, then it's going to put us back till maybe the middle of March, getting everything shipped and to everybody. So that's that update. Kingdom Comics. I'm going to do some live inking tonight. Sometime, probably not till around 10 or 11 p.m. If anyone is interested, head over to Kingdom Comics YouTube page and subscribe if you don't already. Doom, 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 doom. So Eric, what happened with my crappy week? You want to know? You want to know? I'll tell you. I'll tell you. Well, I have a leak in my roof, so I've been messing with that all week. We're getting crazy rain here in California, which it doesn't rain too often in California, but we're getting our rain. It's the rainy season apparently. So we had a leak up there last year, and so getting new rains in, I went up there, I put a tarp on, and so the one day we had like a light drizzle, right? So I just went up there and I threw everything on real quick. The next day we had heavy rain and a lot more wind. And unfortunately, I didn't adjust the tarp, so I had 2 tarps just to be safe. And the one underneath was basically just like kind of like puddling up. All the water was coming down, and the wind blew off the top one a little bit, so the water was coming on top of the unit, this AC unit on my roof, going down the back, running down, and just creating a pool. So the the tarp was actually collecting the water, and so the water was just pulling and yeah. So we had a lot of water in the house, and it goes, you know, through the hole where the ductwork is, you know what I mean, for the unit. Goes on the ductwork, down below the ductwork, onto the drywall, but then it goes down the wires into the wall and down into my daughter's room and all over the floor. So it was all over the floor. The floor was all wet. So we cleaned that up and everything. But anyway, so that's pretty much taken care of, but we're trying to, you know, take care of the roof. So last night a friend came over and we put down this tarry junk and tried to cover it real good. And we still had water this morning. So, yeah, I was kind of skeptical whether it would work or not. It's like this, it's super thick tar. I mean, nothing's going to get through it, but we don't know the water's coming in. So apparently it's coming in, you know, in front. So like we tarred here, it's coming in somewhere over here and then running down. It's getting under the tar and under the AC unit and into the house. So that's that. So I went and I put more up there this morning. We'll see what happens. I tried to, you know, I went up like 2 more feet, and I thought maybe if the water's coming in higher, then maybe I could stop it there, but we'll see. Anywho, so that's that. And then yesterday my email went down, and I was on the phone with GoDaddy, and I'm still waiting for them to fix that. So I have no email, but it's all good. It's not good. I hope you're able to fix it. Yes, sir. I know. Don't. As long as you keep your audience updated, you'll be fine. Awesome. Okay, anyway, let me do some inking. Do. All right. Check it out. So this is, it's kind of funny. I've got more done on page 2 than I do on page 3 over here. So this is Samson, book 3, the very last book. This is page 2. And they're walking into the town. You might be able to guess who that is. Samson and Delilah. So there you go. This is their first meeting. And little old lady here is like, "Oh, you know Samson?" She's like, "Why does everybody know him?" And she's like, "'Cause he's famous, he's strong, and everybody knows him. He's so handsome." So there you go. And then page 1. Here's page 1. Him and his dog. He's got a dog. And they're just chilling. And then in walks Delilah into the scene. So I'm going to work on page 2. I got more done on that page, so let me just keep going on that page. And I'm kind of doing a little bit of a different ink style. I'm kind of going kind of a little more Stuart Immonen, just kind of all the same weight holding lines and then just thinner lines on the inside. But anywho, there you go. That's what I'm doing. Bum, 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 bum. Being a simp got Samson in trouble. Who did that Wonder Woman behind you on the shelf? Recognize the Catwoman, I think. I did those. Those are my art. I will show you those if you like. Give me 1 second. So these are some trading cards I did a while back when I did some work for Cryptozoic. So I did there's my Catwoman, Wonder Woman, and then there is Batgirl. So, but yeah, this Wonder Woman I love. Came out really nice. So frame that up, and there is Catwoman. That one I like too. Came out pretty nice. So these were I drew these are sketch cards, so I actually drew them at you know, 2.5 by 3.5, so they kind of blow up a little nice. This is like a 5 by 7, I think. So yeah. Samson equals Conan. Or, that's greater than, right? Samson is greater than Conan. Heck yeah. Alright. So he's got his hair down, he's got his dreads flowing. It's kind of cool. Alright, so let me see here. Oh, thanks. You like the panel borders? Yeah. He's kind of going through the town, so I have like all these merchants and stuff, and they got their little booths. So I figured, you know what, let me just go with that, and I'm going to do the panel borders like that. All right, let's see here. So let me try this light, see how this works. That kind of works. So is this Samson an indie project, or are you doing professionally for a Christian comic company or something? Well, it's kind of a yes on both, because it is an indie project, but it is a Christian. I mean, the guy has a company called Rooted Chronicles that he's publishing it through, but it's all self-published. So, but I guess, yeah, he's not like a huge, big deal Christian comic company. So yeah, so indie, it's an indie book. I did another book with him, Samson Book 2, and this is Mike S. Miller's cover. So this came out, gosh, 3 years ago now. Let's see, 2017. Yeah, so a little over 3 years ago. So I did half of the book. There's another artist on the front half. Let's see, his name is So Louis Serrano, he is the writer, creator. Mike Abuan. He did the front, and then I had, I think, about 16 pages or so. I got to do the slaying of the 1,000 Philistines. That was fun. So, so this is my artwork here. Colors by Mohan Silvakeme. This is my favorite panel right there. So I'll tie it up. So yeah. So that's that. Then the Spirit of the Lord comes on him. And then, whoop-bam! Then the fun starts. Oh yeah. And then grabs the jawbone of the ass, and he just gets to it, man. And then here's another favorite panel of mine. So he's kind of like jumping from chariot to chariot, and you kind of just like follow him across the panel, and then he's jumping on these dudes. So anyway, fun stuff. So there's that. So I don't know what his plan is afterwards, if he's going to do like a crowdfunding thing for it or what, but when it's done and it's available, I'll let y'all know. But this is the third book, and it'll be about 22 pages or so. We might add more, but we'll see. So, and then I'm assuming eventually he'll do like a collected version with all of them in it. So, the first book was actually like 2 comics combined. It was pretty thick. So he's got a bunch of. If he does a collected version, it's going to be pretty hefty. So it'll be cool. Nice layout on this page. Very nice indeed, Eric. You are talented. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that, man. Samson the Nazarite, right? Yes. The full title, yes. And I think if you go to, let me see here. I had copies available, but I ran out. But if you go to rootedchronicles.com, let me see if that's the right website. Yes. So go to rootedchronicles.com, and you'll see you'll see the Samson books, and I believe, let's see, if you click on Samson the Nazarite, it's got a teaser video. I don't see a purchase thing on there, which is weird. SamsonTheNazarite.com. Okay, yeah. So if you go to RootedChronicles.com, there is a link which takes you to SamsonTheNazarite.com, and on there you can buy the books. $8.99 with free shipping for Volume 1, and then Volume 2 is $10 with free shipping. And that one is what I have. That's the limited. That's like a limited edition print run. So there you go. You can get that online. Yeah, I it's probably still on my website for sale, but honestly, I don't think I have any more. I ran out. So, but it is. You can get it. And I forgot to mention, Mike S. Miller did the cover to book 2. You might recognize his art. Hope he does make a larger collection. I remember looking into this a number of years back. Yeah, it's really the first book, really awesome, really nice artwork, and yeah, really nice stuff. The second book, the first book I feel like there's like a collected version, but then I feel like he did it in 2 separate issues, because there's 2 covers in there, and then the book is extra long. So I feel like he probably did like 2 comics and then combined them, and then that's what you get when you get Volume 1. And then he did the second book, which is me and the other artist. But that's like, I think more of that might be like 32 pages or something, maybe a little bit more. So I'm not quite sure. He's not doing a typical standard comic format. You know what I mean? It's not like 22 pages each. So if he does a collected version, it's going to be, you're going to get a lot of story and artwork. So that'll be cool. So yeah, so once we're all done, I'll pick his brain, see what he's thinking as far as, how he wants to offer it. I'll try and convince him to do a crowdfund for it, and we'll see what happens. Dun, 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 dun. So let's see here. Here is, oops, here's my vanishing point right here. Let's make sure these are the same height. That's why I need this guy. So that would be about there. Okay. All right. Kingdom Comics, my main character Oh wait, let me hope up here. Yeah, Mike is a Christian too. I'm glad to see some Christians in Comicsgate. Yes, sir. Although I don't know if Mike would consider himself Comicsgate at this point. You'd have to ask him about that. My main character is basically based on our founders as a real badass who would stand up to evil with force, not just praying. LOL. Nice. Did you send Humphrey Bear any pages? Because he's been asking about you a lot. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen Humphrey Bear around in a long time, but I sent him a page. He asked about doing some flats for me, so I did send him a page of Shadow Sentry, and then he got busy and he said he wasn't going to be able to work on it. So, but yeah, I haven't heard from Humphrey Bear in a while. So, Humphrey Bear, if you're out there, hello. So yeah. Yeah, for a minute there, my flatter was like not available, not being very reliable. So I asked Humphrey Bear if he wanted to do some flats for me. So, but it was kind of new to him too, so he was trying to learn on the fly. But yeah. Oh, sorry, you guys probably can't see that. My page is kind of long here. Let me see if I can bump this up a little bit. I feel like the camera quality is kind of lagging here for, I feel like it's typically more focused than this. I don't know how it's looking on your end, but usually it looks better. So anywho, and then last on when we did Drawn and Quartered, I was trying to share my screen and do some Photoshop art instead of doing traditional, and my computer was being dumb, so I couldn't do that. So I don't know if what's going on with my my computer, man. And I'm on a wired connection too, which is odd. So okay, I'm gonna go 2. So this lady over here, she's bartering with some pottery. That's what I was thinking. She's trying to barter right here. Got this fine pot. Alright, this arm down here. Alright. What's going on in the chat? Do you guys follow each other on Twitter? The chat. I dubbed the Comicsgate, Mike. Dun, 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 dun. All right, let me throw in these sticks. Dun, 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 dun. See, see this guy needs to be bumped up. So this kind of approach to inking I'm doing, it's a lot more simple. Takes a lot of the guesswork out of it, but basically if a dude's in the foreground, he's getting like a 5 or an 8 stroke all around him. You don't really have to, I'm not gonna vary the line weight as much. I'm just gonna, just a little bit, but he gets an 8. And you know, homeboy is in the foreground. So I'm just gonna give him a nice big thick stroke. There we go, there's my pens. I'm gonna move this junk out the way, get out the way. But by doing that, it just bumps him out and pops him out from all the background elements. Because if you're inking and if you're doing everything exactly the same line weight, it's going to make you're gonna have a hard time focusing on what's going on. But if I thicken him up, he just, see how he just, boom, he just pops out. You know he's in the foreground. There ain't no questions about it. And then all the stuff, the further you go back, you know, I'll do a 3 on this stuff, and then everything in the back, that's going to be like that could be a 1 or a 0.05 if you're doing microns. And then, boom, you're done. So it's kind of what I'll do anyway, but like with Shadow Sentry, if I'm using a brush on most of my holding lines, so everything's going to have, you know, I'm varying the line weights, but that approach just takes a lot longer. So this will help kind of quicken the process a little bit, and it's kind of more in line with what I did on the last book as well. So boom, boom, boom. So this is a 0.05, and then I'm just going to go in here with all the background stuff. And all that's going to be nice and thin. So thick, thin, foreground, thick, background, thin. So there you go. Do you ever drop Easter eggs in your panels, Eric? I do, yeah, every now and then. There's a bunch in Shadow Sentry, but Samson's a little harder just because, you know, the time period and all that stuff, so it's a little harder to do that. But Shadow Sentry, oh yeah. I put a little D&Q thing in there. I put my son's name in there. Back in the day when I was doing Handy the Morning Star, I made my wife one of the news anchors because we did a lot of like news report kind of deals. So I threw my wife in there, did her likeness. What else? Yeah. So I do sometimes. I follow Eric on Twitter and here on YouTube and Instagram, him on YouTube and Facebook. I've learned to lighten up on my detail and not make everything so dark, but it's hard when I crosshatch. It just doesn't look right to me, so I just go with heavy blacks. Yeah, which I wanted to do yesterday. I wanted to do, Nighthawk keeps asking me about this, you know, shading the character, do a stream and talk about shading and stuff. And I wanted to do that yesterday, and I was all set to do it. I had all my stuff ready, and then my email was having issues, so I couldn't do that. But I want to talk about that, and I want to do a stream about that, about shading and all that good stuff. But you know, there's all different kinds of ways to shade, and I think if you're not comfortable with cross-hatching and stuff, then yeah, just go full black. Just do thick blacks. Plus, when you do your coloring phase, I mean, you can do shadows with the colors as well, you know. So do it what feels comfortable, you know. You don't have to do it a certain way or whatever. But yeah, man, it's a learning thing. You just got to do what feels good and what you're used to. Do you do that in all your books? Heavier lines on your foreground? Yes. I mean, so the basic concept will always remain the same for me, and I think it's a good rule of thumb because, like when I was doing background inks for Mike in the Meg, I was doing all the backgrounds, and Mike would just do the characters. So, you know, even then, it's like if something is closer, it's gonna be more in focus, and then like the further back you go, it's going to be a little bit more blurry. So to kind of get that effect, you're just going to use smaller lines. You know, I'm sure there's sometimes you can mess with that formula, but especially like if you want to just do a silhouette in the background, just have everything black. You know, so there's variations to that you could do, but for the most part, that's the rule of thumb that I use. And it works out pretty good. You know, it's like if you're doing, like when you do details, right? The things that are closer should be more detailed, and then the things that are in the background should be less detailed. So like I'm adding little tiny details on the ground, but I want them to be very small, because if I start adding more and more and more, everything is detailed, and then it's like your eye doesn't know where to focus. So it can be done. It just, because if I have everything super detailed and then you go back and everything's super detailed, it's just going to take a lot more work and a lot more making sure that, you know, like some artists like Art Adams, like if you look at his stuff, there's lines all over the place. Everything's very detailed, but he's really good about, you know, putting the focus where he wants it. And so you have to be really, really good about you know, where you want your thick blacks, where you want your you know, your medium weights and all that stuff. So it can be done. It's just, it takes a lot longer. Yeah. It all comes down to like when you look at a photo. No, this isn't a photo, but this is from Drawn and Quartered. You know, so you got, if I was drawing this with a pencil and I just wanted to do everything, you know, in pencil with gray, I'd want, you know, some areas to be really, really thick gray, and then, you know, I'd have light gray. So when you're inking, you're trying to duplicate that, and you're trying to reproduce that, but with ink. So the only way to do that is to have thick inks and then thin inks, right? So if I want this to be just lighter gray, I'm going to do thin lines, and kind of, I could do it with cross hatching, but you want more white showing through, and then obviously no white showing through, and so you have to vary that throughout your whole image. You know, it takes a lot of work. But if you, yeah, just look at some of Art Adams' work, especially his newer stuff. Yeah, it's insane. It's insane. So it takes a lot of time. So for my purposes, you know, I'm not trying to take 5 days on a page, so I gotta do the shortened version of that. Boom. Alexander. Nikki Harris, do you hate Doomsday Clock? And he also asked Kingdom Comics, do you hate Doomsday Clock? I have the Doomsday Clock books, but I have not read them, so I can't give you an answer on that. But Alexander, welcome to the stream, my friend. All right, so let me, where am I at here? Let me get my bearings. I need to do some more foreground. I need to finish Delilah. She should be a 2. And I don't love how her, I don't love her pose. Looks a little odd, so I'm gonna have to fix that. Yeah, so I will be, hopefully next week things will work out a little better, but I'll be doing a little tutorial on shading. I might do it in 2 parts, but we'll see. Because there's, yeah, it's kind of like basics, and then we can also talk about, you know, the thought process behind it, but then the actual doing of it. We can, so I'm thinking I might do it in 2 parts. We'll see. Have you guys read the 3 Jokers series at all? I heard from some people that they didn't really like it, but have you guys checked that out? What say you? It's another Jason Fabek book. Alexander sharing his opinion with us. Doomsday Clock is trash, and the MCU is ruining comics and movies, and the MCU made superheroes suck. I only like superheroes when they are dark and disturbing. All right, all right. I'd agree with you on some of that. Alexander, or I'm sorry, Nighthawk. Chill. You don't need to be so rude or try to turn people away from that one comic. It's just a comic book. Let it go. All right, all right. Oh, all right. All right, chill out here. Chill out. Alexander, no curse words, all right, man? No cursing. Keep it nice. Keep it cordial. You can have your opinions and share your opinions. I don't mind, but no foul language. All right. So, Nighthawk Warrior comics. I block you. Yeah. So, just keep it cordial, guys, and no issues. Nighthawk, I don't mind people sharing their comments or opinions, but again, just no language or I will block you. All right. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. But yeah, Marvel Comics, the route they're going hasn't been wonderful for comics, and the reason why, yeah, their movies are going to start being more like trash now because, yeah, it's just... Now, Star Wars, on the other hand, I'm hopeful that Star Wars will have some good stuff in the pipeline. But everything nowadays is so, you know, susceptible to the cancel culture. They're trying to cancel Gina Carano and all this stuff, and please do not read Doomsday Clock. All right. Who is your favorite character, Alexander, from any publisher? Good question. Good question. So anyway, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens to Marvel NDC. You know, but that's why I think Comicsgate is a great alternative. It's people seeking refuge from the trash, and there's plenty of good creators who can create stuff just as good. and create new stuff for people who have been disenfranchised with the Marvel junk and the DC junk. So there's my opinion. All right, let me finish. I know, the left can't stand her. I know, I stinking love her and all her posts on social media. It's like, you go, girl. Tell them like it is. And, you know, they're going to hate you anyway, so just be you. But yeah, I love her. It's encouraging. I rarely buy any mainstream comics. The last time I did, I did buy mainstream comics. It was Valiant, IEW. Do you mean IDW? And SGP and Dynamite. SGP, who is that? I'm not familiar with SGP. Yeah, I did buy some Valiant a while back. I got what's his name? Ninjak. They got I'm digging they got like a new look. They got some new artists and stuff. I think I'm excited to see where they go. Then they had their Bloodshot movie, which wasn't great, but still happy for them. Eric, what's your tips on inking? IDW, not IEW. No worries. Plus, I used to love MMA. Tips on inking. So one of the issues that I would cover when talking about inking is, like Kingdom Comics mentioned, like, you know, sometimes if you're trying to do cross hatching, it's very easy to make it muddy and mucky and just not look clean and readable. So that's one of the issues I think a lot of people might have trouble with. So and this has more, you know, this has more to do with going back to square one rather than inking, I think. You as an artist have to kind of determine what your strengths are and what your weaknesses are. Because if you can, you know, when it comes to drawing a figure, like if you could draw a figure, you know, great. Now, if you can do flat blacks, great. And you can't see what I'm pointing at. You know what I mean? So here, this is a very simplified character. You know, I got my lines. I threw some hatching in here just to show, you know, this is kind of in the shadow a little bit. Make it look cool. And then, you know, thick black here, thick black. So, I mean, you can do that and it still looks, you know, it looks fine. So you got to figure out what works for you, you know, what your weaknesses are. Like if you can't do a whole lot of cross hatching, then just don't, you know. Study other artists, look at what they're doing, say, hey, I can do that. Then, you know, try and do what they're doing and then make it your own. You know, you don't have to reinvent the wheel, basically. So see what works for you. Then when it comes to inking, you know, inking in itself is a whole different medium, or you know, I mean, pencil versus ink is different. So to get good at inking, you really just have to practice. You know, I doing Hand of the Morning Star, I got a lot of practice with inking, and you know, it was a very simple style because the way that Mike did his books was kind of basically what I'm describing to you here. Thick lines for the foreground stuff, thin lines for the background stuff, and there was no shading whatsoever. There was no cross hatching. There was no blacks, you know. So for me, let me grab one real quick. So here is Mike's work on Hand of the Morning Star #2. So here's a little page showing Jesus on the water. So all the shading was done in the tones, which, you know, we didn't do color, we did black and white, so that's your tones. You know, so here the water is closer, so it's nice and thick, and then the further back you go, thinner lines. So very simple. He was doing like, I think one day he did like 10 pages using this style. So he's very fast. So when I started doing my book, I was trying to mimic this style. And then, let me see, some figures. So again, no shading whatsoever. Everything, all the shading was done in tones. So, you know, which you can do as well. If you're like, hey, I can shade in the colors or the tones, do that. So this is a very simplified style. It's very quick. So for me, who I was like more into like the image style, you know, personally, I love the West Coast style, the lots and lots of hatching, lots of cross hatching. So for me, to try and do what Mike was doing was like a huge learning curve, you know. So there's that. So I really had to hold back, and then, you know, so I'm like trying. I'm like, okay, I want to throw some shadows in here, some little bit of hatching. So by the time I got to the last book, I think I was just like, I'm doing what I want to do, and I'm just gonna. So, you know, a little bit of hatching, cross hatching. So using Manga Studio for the focus lines and stuff. Dun, dun, dun. Boo, 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 boo. Let me see here. And then here's book 8. Let's see. So there you go. So by book 8, I'm like, I'm gonna do some cross hatching. I don't care. Gonna make it my own, and you can kind of see, you know, that's after doing Mike's style and then kind of incorporating my style. So that took about, gosh, it was probably like 2 years thereabouts. Let's see. So, anywho, all this was a fun scene. This is I think when Paul and Silas break out of jail and they stop the guard from killing himself. That was fun. These were fun pages. So anyway, there you go. Boom. To answer your tips on inking, there you go. Dinesh has started up Bad Idea Comics, and a lot of the best artists and writers left Valiant to follow him. I did not know that. SGP is some company that put out Evil Dead, so I bought it because I'm a big fan of those movies, and I never heard of them either. Aha. All right, all right. All right, all right. Haha, suddenly it's looking a little more like Image Comics. I know, right? That was my plan. Nice artwork, Eric. So Mike's having you draw more comic pages for the story here and releasing it on Indiegogo, or just a normal publisher? Are you referring to the Hand of the Morning Star stuff, or this right here? Because this Mike doesn't have anything to do with Samson here. But this book series that I did a while back, that's all completed. Mike did the first 2 volumes, and then I did the rest of them. But that's all done with, and it was published through Zondervan and Lamppost Publications. So, boom. Samson. Okay, yeah. So Mike doesn't have anything to do with Samson. This is another guy. His name is Louis Serrano. He wrote it. He's self-publishing it, and yeah. So this will be the last book. And Mike did the cover to the second book, but he's not doing any of that stuff. So this is all me and Mr. Lewis, and that is it. All right. I'm going to ink up this here and then call it a day, fellas. So these are some hanging little beautiful drapery stuff, you know, when you're walking through the marketplace, you know. Yeah, so hopefully next week shouldn't be any issues with Fan Art Friday. So again, sorry about that, guys. I appreciate you hanging in there. I just need to get some work done and get back on track here this week. So I appreciate that. Thank you for your patience. There he is, Blacklist Universe. What's up, Mike? He did the cover for the third too. Oh, you stinker! The heck, man. Lewis don't want my inks on the cover. What's going on here? I feel hurt. We were just talking about you, Mike, about Hand of the Morning Star and stuff. We're reminiscing. We're talking how simple these pages were for you. You were knocking out like 10 a day sometimes. And then I came along and tried to give it a more image feel by book 8. Anywho, Mike, nice. Doing a fun splash, page 32. Nice. Yeah, you ignore my chat about the writing. LOL. Oh, you've been here for a while? I totally missed that. I'm sorry. The writing. Oh, because you wrote it as well? Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Chat about the writing. Huh, I don't see it. I did the cover for the third too. Huh, that must not have come through. I didn't see it. But yeah, Mike wrote the... I mean, you kind of... Did you write all of them? I know you wrote the first two, and then I think, what, 3 and 4, maybe? And then Brett did the rest or something like that. But anyway, Mike's a writer, in case you guys didn't know that. But, yeah. So I'm excited to see your cover for book 3. That'll be cool. Said I won't be doing a cover for book 3. But whatever. Whatever. Alright, so anyway, guys, I think I'm done here. Thank you for hanging out. You guys have a great day. I really will try and do this shading tutorial for you guys next week. So wait for that. Most likely, it seems like Thursdays have been a better day for me. Tuesday, for some odd reason, I don't know why, like gets away from me, and before I know it, the day is done. So next Thursday, I'll try and do the little chat about inking and shading and all that good stuff. So thanks for hanging in there, guys. Appreciate you. And until next time, thank you so much. Peace.